guys, welcome to Destination with Shanice. On this episode, I am at the Oliver Tambo Heritage House. So Destination with Shanice is a platform that is aimed at bringing you different destinations in Zambia, different organizations and different people and artists to encourage domestic tourism and change the narrative that surrounds domestic tourism. So today I am with Mr. Alan, who's going to be taking me around the house, explaining to me what this house is all about and introducing me to Mr. Oliver Tambo and the history of this place. So join me. As you can see, the color of the house has got yellow, has got green, and has got black, which are the colors of the ANC. So the ANC is a political party that was fighting against the Apartheid, and it's the party that Nelson Mandela was in and later became the ruling party when Mr. Nelson Mandela became president. And it's the only party that has ever ruled from independence till now. So Mr. Alan, what is this?
It's a plaque which was actually put up by our former president, Dr. Edgar Lungu, together with the former South African president, Mr. Jacob Zuma. He was president by then, who came for a state visit to Zambia when it was officially declared a monument house, a heritage house.
So I understand that before I go anywhere, I have to sign in.
Yes.
Okay.
Not much was documented, but we have brief history of his birth and his educational background. Due to the nature of his stay, it was a security issue. So that's the reason why it was kept a secret. So all these you see are original with the fireplace. It's in its original state the way it was. I have another photo there. So like I said, he spent 30 years in exile, of which 22 he spent 30 years in Zambia. After spending 30 years in exile, 22 which were spent in here, this was the time he was about to go back to South Africa. So we have this was the main living room. This was the main living room. Then this was the main bedroom. This was the master bedroom for downstairs. Like I said, this was for his security detail. They used to live downstairs. He used to live upstairs. So all these like their original state. Then we have there is this photo. This is when Nelson Mandela. It was his first visit outside South Africa when he just became, when he left prison in 1990. This was at State House. He was with Dr. Kaunda and Oliver Tambo himself. So here we have the kitchen. You can see they are still in their original state. This is the sink in its original state. Cabinets. We have the geyser. You can tell by looking at it that those are old model things. So we can go to the other bedroom. So you can see what is stood for: passion, patriotism, integrity, and humility. So if you look at all his photos, the doings, you'll find the same writings. So in here, this was another bedroom for his security detail. We have those photos there. That's when Walter Sisulu was released from prison when he went to Stockholm. Okay. And when he was with Mandela when he returned to South Africa.
Shall I help you? Go take a salute. Thanks very much. Okay.
Why are the head of the women? The struggle against apartheid should be intensified at all fronts. If peaceful negotiations will result in the formation of a united, democratic, non-racial, and non-sexist South Africa, we are not only willing, but ready to enter into such negotiations.
What did it mean? A man.
It is power to the people.
The two ANC leaders, Walter Sisulu and Oliver Tambo, meeting in Stockholm for the first time since Sisulu was released from jail. So who's Sisulu here? Him?
The one, yeah.
Him.
Yes. He was also a freedom fighter. So he was also
a freedom fighter.
Yeah.
So he was also in jail.
All of them together in jail with Nelson Mandela.
So Mr. Nelson Mandela is so much of a hero to us, the same way Mr. Kenneth Kaunda is a hero also to South Africans, because they helped each other.
So he actually suffered a stroke whilst here. He was sent to the UK for medical treatment by the government, by the Zambian government. He came back. Time he went to South Africa, he suffered another stroke. That's when he died in 1993. He was president. He was Secretary General for the ANC. He was once youth leader of the ANC. He became president of the ANC. He handed over to Nelson Mandela in 1991.
So he died when
Before Mandela even became president, because South Africa became independent in 1994.
So he died before they got independence?
Yes, 1993.
So what's with heroes dying before they say they reap the fruit of their labor?
It's actually a way of... It's the way we fight for our children. You do anything for them to go to school, you pay for their education. The time they become independent, mostly parents are not there to enjoy the fruits of their sacrifices. So I would say...
So he was passionate about it. He didn't want anything to get back anything but the freedom of his
freedom of South Africa, the freedom of his people.
So this is the downstairs.
This is the downstairs. Yeah, we have one of... this was the bathroom for downstairs.
So everything is still the way it was left.
The way it was left, yeah, you can tell. Still old style. You can see the...
Yes, but you mentioned that the tourism agency wants to bring his old furniture.
I actually had a discussion with the High Commission from South Africa. He said he's fighting for that. He's waiting for people from his country to repatriate those things.
So, as you can see, these are old styled houses. Going upstairs, you have to go outside. And like the moderns, whereby if you want to go upstairs, you use same bill downstairs.
I also read that it was sort of a security strategy.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It was, like I said, the nature of his stay here was for security reasons. Because he was in exile, he was wanted by the Apartheid regime. So there was no way they would expose him. I mean, what's the point if they expose you? You're in exile, then you are exposed. It's the same as you've gone into hiding, but people know where you are.
Then it's no longer hiding. It's just relocated.
Yeah, it's no longer hiding. So for the upstairs, we have
this was the kitchen. You can tell the same old.
Same old, same old.
Yeah, and like nowadays where you go find fancy things in Malimba Manzatu.
This is the kitchen that he used. This is the kitchen that he ate from.
Adelaide Tambo.
That was the wife.
That was the wife, yes.
So marriage really plays a big role when it comes to leadership, eh?
That's where you get discipline from.
Okay.
Because I mean, you see that a married person and a person who's not married, they might be of the same age, but the behavior will be different. Because you marry, you learn about responsibilities.
It's no longer just you alone.
It's no longer, yeah, exactly. So these are some of the documentations.
Okay.
Yeah. You can go to the main bedroom. This was his bedroom. This was the bedroom he occupied.
Oh, okay.
This was the main bedroom. So you can see the way it was strategized. You can see the windows. You are able to see
everywhere.
You are able to see
The back, and you can access the balcony from the sitting room.
Yeah. This was during the official declaration of this house as so you can see Mr. Zuma there.
And our former president.
Former president, yes. Dr.
Okay. This is good.
Yes.
And who's this white person?
He was an activist for. He was against apartheid as well.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the few white people who were against apartheid. He was an activist as well.
So is Father Trevor Henderson.
Yeah.
So Oliver Tambo, Nelson Mandela with Father Trevor Henderson,
Yes.
best known for his anti-apartheid. Okay, this is good.
Yes. So during one of the conferences.
So it's good to know that not all white people were
discriminatory. Yeah.
Discriminatory, yeah.
So we can see declaration.
So I feel it's not mainly even about race, it's the state of the mind.
Yeah, actually, only a few discriminated people believe in. I mean, we have the same blood, same vein, same heart. It's a mind, it's a mentality.
Nelson Mandela and
the wife, the late Winnie Mandela,
and Oliver Tambo.
So here we have Oliver Tambo. We have Nelson Mandela, Oliver Tambo, Winnie Mandela, and Adelaide Tambo, the wife.
Okay.
So it's husband, wife, husband, wife. So this was the bathroom?
This is the upstairs bathroom.
The upstairs bathroom, yes. So you can see original state.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, have you ever had like ghosts or anything of that sort?
No, it's not like it's a haunted house. It's not like he died, somebody died in here, no. So...
Do you have any, like, when you are sleeping, you have dreams about him? I'm not saying scary dreams, but just where you feel like you also want to fight for something.
I mean, obviously everybody wants that. Everybody wants that. I mean, who doesn't want to achieve something in life? I mean, be someone in life.
Okay.
So this was when he was back in South Africa.
So this was how long before he passed on?
I think this must have been 1991. Okay. 1991, I think 2 years before he passed on. So this was the living room for the upstairs. You can see the fireplace still in the same state. This one was still young, still energetic.
We seek to create a united, democratic, non-racial society. Yeah, this is beautiful. I really love this. I love the fireplace. It's really original. So this is the sitting room. It opens up to the balcony.
Yeah. So living here was really beautiful. It was a fancy residential area.
Yeah, it is still fancy. I wouldn't mind buying it. It's in a good location. It's right opposite the Catholic Church.
Yeah. Just
maybe you guys can see. It's right opposite the Catholic Church. So if you're coming from town, Just
drop
get,
off at the Catholic church. You tell them
yes.
I'm dropping off at the Catholic church.
Or you can even ask the conductor. I was
say,
dropped right at the gate.
Oliver Tambo house.
I was dropped right there at the
Or you
gate.
tell them I'm dropping off at Gardenia.
Gardenia.
It's a walkable
Yes.
distance, just by the corner there.
So a bus from town to Charleston,
Charleston
it's less than 15 kwacha. So this place is really amazing. The balcony is an L-shaped balcony, which served a purpose also. It was used by security personnel to look out. It was a lookout. Even the house has got so many windows which are just wide, which was used as a lookout. And the areas around here, right now we can see different things that are happening around here. But originally it was occupied by Office of the President. So they occupied the houses around here so that they can offer security. And it was not as busy as it is right now. It was not painted like this, so it was not so obvious. And the house was named Phiri, which means secret in Swana. Is it Swana? Yeah, in Botswana. It means secret. And it's amazing to see how architecture plays a role in independence. This is actually nice. So this is a place that we're enjoying right now. It looks so relaxing, but I can imagine back then that people were always living on their toes because it was a security conscious thing. So what interesting fact do you like about this place, Mr. Alan?
It's quiet.
Wow, it's quiet.
Peaceful.
Yeah. But I bet back then it was not like
It
this.
wasn't,
I
bet so as well.
You were anxious. So was the wife also living in here?
Mm-hmm.
And the children, how many children does he have?
On that I'm not really sure, but I don't know if the children were here as well.
So they kept some things very private.
Yeah. No wonder most of his life was not documented.
Okay.
Yeah, but most of his 30 years in exile was not documented.
The house was specifically made for him. So meaning the stairs are found right at the back of the building, so that the stairs to the second floor where we are right now. So you cannot access this floor unless you go outside the building and go to the stairs and come up. So this confused the enemies, because when they came to attack him, by the time they go in the first floor thinking it's a normal house where the first floor has stairs to the upper floor, when they go outside they'll get confused, and by then Oliver Tambo would have already escaped from the small gate, which Mr. Alan is also going to show me.
This was the secret entrance. You've seen where the main gate is, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, so this was the secret entrance. So maybe they would come, they would use this entrance, security detail would use the other entrance. So even if people were to search or look for him, they would not see him. They wouldn't know if he was in or not.
So this was back then a bush.
Yeah, though we had some houses which were used by security personnel, yeah. Though people didn't know, but you remember we used to call them mashushushu and the likes, yes. These two buildings were actually for his workers.
Okay.
Yeah, like for those who would cook for him, sweep for him. Even some of the security used to stay in these two houses.
Oh, so it was actually a very big deal to even have workers.
Yes. Because at some point he tried living in Botswana, but it couldn't work out when he came to Zambia.
Okay. So why was Zambia more safe? Or it was just
Zambia
safe?
has always been a safe haven for these people. If you look at the liberation of South Africa, you cannot completely say South Africa was liberated without Zambia being part of the story.
So Zambia has always been a cornerstone
for most
peace.
Africa, yeah, it's a beacon of peace for most African countries. They found peace in here.
Okay.
Besides, Dr. Kaunda used a lot of resources to liberate most of the African countries.
The house actually looks like it's made of cardboard. You know those when you're in schools and they tell you make a house. It's the structure is quite simple, but it's strategic.
Yeah.
Very strategic. Thank you very much for joining me today on Destination with Shanice. Join me next week as I go to yet another destination place. And give me a comment down below and let me know which place you want me to visit next time, and which place are you curious about, because I'm visiting these places for the first time. It's a discovery for me, and I hope that you are also discovering so much. So right now, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share. Follow me on my Facebook page. If you visit this place because of this video, don't forget to tag me on Facebook. So bye bye, I love you guys. See you next week.